welcome back to Oakley Hour. As you can see, we are working on a plane. We've just started the wings. I did find the end. I did put a note on the last one, but I did find it. It is glued on here, but the propellers still work fine. I also found like a tan pen, and I'd gone over some of this, and I'd also coloured in like anywhere basically attached. I took this off to do that and managed to put it back in. My little tail part here is still a bit crooked, but we're just gonna go with that. Alright, let's pull step 5. Should be finishing today. Alright, I have put a little bit of marker on this, just the one I chose in this colour, just on the ends to save that. So I'm going to do exactly what we did before, where we put some of these on. There's a couple of differences, but we can go into that after this basic part's done. So again, there is a difference in the length of these. You want the shorter one towards here, making sure that these are the right way round. This is going to go on the inside, so we want it that way. That helps if I try and put it in the right spots, and I don't mind this design. This is a lot easier than I thought. I was really worried about doing doing this part. So you just push these in on both of them, making sure that they are the right way. So this one will go like so, and I will get these all pushed in and we can put the top on. Okay, and this one has 2 extras on the ends, so one on each end. You can get it in. I don't think that's in at all. Oh, you know, it is, it's just not very tight. Not going to matter, because we are going to be pushing them in. Just making sure it's around the right way. Okay. Alright, so again we want on this one, which way round are they going? Let me have a look. Well, it looks like it's going to have it's the square part in the middle, but this kind of looks pointy, doesn't it? But I think that's because it doesn't. Okay, step 1's this, then they want this one in. So there's a tiny piece here with a rounded end. I'm not sure why they have done it that way, in which case you would think that the longer one, see, I knew that one wasn't in. The longer one would be on the flat side, so I'm going to recheck that in 1 second. Okay, there's the long one. I guess this is going on go on the inside instead. I lied. And I also painted this. It doesn't come out. I wish it came out how it looks when it first comes out the bottle, because it kind of looks cool. I don't think it is like that, you know. I still think it's the flat end, because otherwise it wouldn't be long enough. Let me see if there's any difference between them. No. Oh, I guess it's going to want that gap, isn't it? I think it is that way. I don't think it matters which one piece you use, by the way. And I don't think you had to put that one in first either. I think they just said that. This one goes in here, and we'll be doing a couple of extra pieces when we go to put this on the plane as well. So I think this is the right way. We'll find out in a minute. I can't get it on the plane, we know what went wrong. My hands aren't working very well today. Right. So we have our 2. We are going to bring in the plane, and these are going to go on the top. And it's going to go. Okay, on here there's some little tabs here. It can't go there, surely. Let me check where it's going. Right, it does go on there. It's just more forward than I thought it would have been. So it goes in here and then clips on, I guess. I did put a little bit of glue on the end of here because this one kept coming off. I mean, I looked at the main picture that it came with and it looks like this is how it goes. It just, I expected it to line up with that one and it does not. That's what I was expecting. Right, let's get this other one done. I've still got my element of doubts on this, because wouldn't it make more sense for it to go there? I think that's where it goes. I think it goes not like this. I think it goes here. Well, that's good. That broke. Break one for today. Oh, and a piece has got stuck in there. Okay, it's not particularly a break, it just the stuff came off a bit, so I think it's going in here. It doesn't actually make any sense. It made more sense going in here. Well, let's put it in here and I'll put one side. I mean, this bit's a little bit loose anyway. And then we're going to put these great big things on, which do have decoration on one side. So, oh, I see. Okay. So not that one. You're going to want this one. And you want it with this on the top. There's a little notch here. So it will go in like this, and this should hold it all together. Okay. Alright. I guess that is the way it goes. And that will secure it in a bit better as well. Okay, it does go there, because that lines up. Alright, now we do the other one. Doesn't look very straight, does it? I'll just give it a wiggle. And again, making sure that the notch is at the top. This doesn't look straight. You can see this one's not straight compared to that one. We'll see what this one looks like in a second. And the decoration part is on the outside. Okay, there's definitely a problem here. Does it look straight here? No. Okay, I forgot to record step 6, but basically it was two pieces which go in here. There is an angle on them, so you want to make sure that they do marry up. They didn't go in particularly well, I'd say, and this one cracked a little bit, but I'm not counting that as a break, because I didn't think it's a break. I think we're okay. I'm going to use a little bit of super glue for my break here though, because I don't think that's catching as well as I'd like, and I will also put a little bit of glue just where this crack is. It's just a little crack, it's not a total break. I'm not classing it as a break. And these are very wobbly, so I might have to glue those in the end. Just make sure that they're in. Okay, right, and then we are on to step 7, which is the last wing, which is very big. And this one again is slightly different to the others. So we've got all these to put in. So I will move right on ahead with that. You want, I'm pretty sure, to have the pattern at the top, so that you can see it from the outside, and we will move ahead and put all these in, including 2 on the ends of either side of this slot, so 1 over here and 1 in there. So let me get that done. Alright, so once you've done that, I did notice on the plane itself that those 2 pieces that we put on for step 5 are not correct, so let me sort that before we move on. So they have a notch like this side here, and you want that pointing towards the propeller, and you also want this thing at quite the angle, it appears, because that, and I'll show you in a second, is going to go in to the wing that we're just making. So the other way around is the one I have to be careful of course. There's always going to be that one. This might even break. I think I'm going to give this a bit of extra support. Once I know that this is where it's going for sure, then I'm probably going to glue this in a bit. The other side, may even do this side at this rate. So I don't think I'll do another plane though. We'll see, you never know. Maybe it'll grow on me. It's coming towards the end now, it better be growing quick. Right, and they do kind of point out as a slant. Alright, so once you've done this, back to this stage, you turn it upside down and you will see 4 holes in here, and these with the decoration on one side. You can see that just needs a little bit more filing. I think we'll be okay. It goes in like so. I wonder if they're meant to be representing the lights, because I couldn't imagine that there's anything going on the end of them. Okay, it's easier to get it started and turn it over and push it in. So I don't know which way, it doesn't really say which way the decoration goes. Not everyone has weak hands like me, but you know. So I'm just having it, the 2 of the decorations are pointed this way and 2 are that way. You know, one of these is going to be a pain, don't you? Okay, and last one. Alright, so to put it on the plane itself, you have your slots in here. It's difficult to see like that in here, so you got one here and one at the other end, but you also have next to some of these tabs a little square here and a square here, and that goes over these, which is why I knew it was wrong. So just making sure that we have it the right way. I guess it can't go the wrong way, can it really? And like I said, I'm probably going to glue those other pieces in once this is on, because I think they're too weak. I think they're whimsy. Not the easiest of things to do. Kind of want it in there, but then you want it over that. That one's already broken. Break 2 of today. And we'll get this in there. Well, it'll be a bit easier to get in now, won't it? Right, we're not going to worry about that one right now. We'll worry about it in a minute. And this one goes in here, so that's in. Get closer and closer to me and further away from you guys. I mean, overall these have gone a lot better than I thought they would, so I can't really complain. All the way through. This one's a little bit off, and we'll deal with that in a second. And that. Maybe those are meant to be representing lights or something. Right, that's in. This one's on. This is out. Where did it go? Here. Of course, now I'm not going to be able to press down on it to make sure it stays in. Alright, so this little piece to deal with. So I'm going to get it through the hole first. Time to feed the puppies. And I will be gluing this piece, obviously, because it's broken. Okay, so it's in here. So I'm just going to actually get some. They really are at quite an angle, aren't they? Like if you look at this one in here, it's quite an angle, more than I would have done. Okay, right. For ease, I'm gonna super glue this in. Sweet, my propeller just fell off. Can go there, and a little bit on here. I know you can't see any of that. Patience, patience. Okay, leave it with me. Alright, so I think not 100% mended, but something. Alright, so we got 2 more pieces of a step 8 left. We have to put on this piece. Don't see that being particularly easy. And we also have to put on some back tail wing type things, which would have been easier to have done before we put it on the plane. We'll see. Maybe it'll be okay. And I'm going to worry about the propeller afterwards, because the piece came off just, I don't know if it caught it on video, it came off and it actually broke the spindle it was attached to, so that was rather unfortunate. And just make sure that this is down all the way and it's lining up. This one does not want to go down at the end here. So it looks like it's down everywhere except the far end. Oh, it's just me. I don't want to put any pressure on it. I want it to be the same with this one probably. It just wants to bounce back up. Okay. We are in. Looks like it's got a curve in the middle. I don't want to be messing with too much. Alright, I think that's okay. And then we have our 2 wing mirrors. Wings I should think they are, which go on here. As I say, it would have been easier to have done this before it went on the plane. Maybe it'll work. Maybe. Okay. It's not fully in. Definitely not fully in. Alright, let me work on that. Okay, the other side actually went in easier than that one. And that is step 7 done, except for the propeller. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pin, use a bobby pin, basically, to strengthen it in here. And I will do that in a little bit, but let's move on. Alright, step 8. So, I have mended the propeller, I think. I did write on the back of these in case I forgot which one was which, but 24 goes on the top, like so. And these go in here, like this. Oh, forgot a piece, hold on. Alright, it will go on there in 1 second. First of all, let's do this. So we have this going in here, all the way in, she says. I really need to keep one of the, I'm sure I've got loads of them, pieces of wood that I can push down on to do this. We have the landing wheels. This is the stand for the plane. We also have landing wheels to go, so facing the same direction. And then this bended end goes on the smaller section of here. When we can get it in. It's like watching paint dry, me struggling on some of these parts. I have to be honest with you, I honestly, I know I've said it before on this video, but I don't think planes are overly my thing. I mean, they've never been my thing. I mean, I used to when I was younger, and I used to go to the air shows and stuff, and it was fascinating. And when I was a child, my grandmother would take me to an airport, and we would see all the little planes coming in and things like that. That was kind of like a day out, cheap day out, and that was kind of cool. And even when my children were small, I would go to like Heathrow Airport and watch all the trains coming in. So it was, and they enjoyed it. It was like some new kind of treat. I almost put it on the wrong way. Like to watch them, and it was kind of exciting. That was when you could do it. I don't think you can even go plane spotting anymore. But like I say, it was a thing back then. I don't think it's going to be that easy to put in, by the way. It's quite tight. Not really tight. Just don't break it. Alright, leave it to me to struggle. So I'm going to put it in one and then pop it in the other one. Alright, that was a tight fit. So what I did was I took my metal ruler and I put it inside here so I could have some leverage. But I think that's why I find this plane so frustrating, is most times there isn't. I'm going to put some wood glue on this because it only just catches this, even however tight it is, just to keep it together. But I think half the time there's nowhere to grab hold of to be able to put pressure, and I don't have an awful lot of pressure in my hands anyway. And I think that's the main problem I've been having with the build. I think this is the worst build as far as breakages go as well. I don't know, have that many breakages ever. Okay, that one's in. Let's try this again. It kind of worked last time. Okay, they are attached. Right, and then all we're going to do is put the plane on it. And I have done the propeller as well, and I'm just going to cut that pin off. Like I said, I put a pin in there to give it some extra support, and then put glue on the pin because I want the propeller to move, but I don't want this bit on the end to fall off either. That might need a bit longer actually. Okay, I'm going to leave this for a bit. I'll do it afterwards. Right, and this goes underneath the plane. Let's see if I can work out where. Kind of goes. Well, I managed to turn the page over. Oh, hold on. Not even sure how I did that. And it goes underneath, near the chair. I'm just trying to find where it goes. Goes this way. I don't know. I can't tell. It doesn't go here. This is going to be for the wheels. Here, maybe? Hold on, they are showing me. In here. So there's a hole here, so push them together and put them through there. No problem, right? You hear it cracking, you know you've got a problem. Okay, and there we have it. So that looks pretty good. So we've got the wheels to do. I got my propeller to finish, but like I said, I want to give that a bit more time to finish being set. So let's get to step 9, but it's looking pretty good. I know. I think the sound is actually pretty sturdy. Let's see. It's pretty good going. I like it. So last step. So here we go. So first of all, we want to put these in here, where it says that way around. Not sure with this piece it overly matters, but let's assume it does. It looks like it might. And I bring him all the way down. Which of course I'm struggling with. Let's get one in, then worry about the other one, huh? Almost. And this one facing the same way. I'm thinking patience here. I heard it crack too. No, say it's not so, right? Well, for starters, it's the small end. Don't do what I was trying to do. I still think I'm going to have problems, but so they're meant to go at quite an angle. God, I can't even get them in. Oops, I did it wrong again. Alright, leave that with me for a year. Alright, I had it going in the right way. Don't know what I'm thinking about. Okay, so then these are going to go on this piece here. Like so. And the wheels are going to go on the end here when we get this all together. I don't think this is very sturdy, by the way. I'm not even so sure it's down enough. But at least those went in. And then these are going to go in here, facing a way. Oh, paper.
It says it goes, well, it does go that way. I can see it goes that way. And the more rounded side I think this side goes outside. They don't have a small thing of that. I'm guessing something like that, guys. It's a bit of a guess here. It's frustrating when you can't tell. I mean, it must be right. Wait, did I try and put it on the plane? Okay, and then all we have to do, and you have to make sure that this is the right way round. So this is the longer ends, this is the straight, and this is the slope. It's got to be that way round because otherwise it would be too big a spread. Okay, they went in those a bit easier than I anticipated, but not these so much. Like this one doesn't even look like it's in right. Right, does it to you? No, it looks very crooked. So something like that, I think. This looks like one side, so I wish I'd designed a little bit better piece for this, where you couldn't go wrong. But I think it's probably something like that. Then onto our wheels. Okay, can't go wrong. Big wheels, they're all got decoration on, so big wheels first. They're not going to turn. And that one in there, and I can get it on, and held in with here. Again, there's only one way it can go. I don't see this sticking together, that top part. But I kind of want to know where it goes before I... Okay, let's put the wheels on before that part, obviously. Even though they tell you very specifically to do it in that way. However, for a klutz like me, that wasn't working. Okay, those are quite sturdy. Let's pop you back on. I don't like this. Okay, let's get this facing the right way again. So we want the slanty bit towards the smaller end, like so. And then same with this one, like so. So there. Not that one. Like this. I think this is going to have some glue if this doesn't behave itself. I mean, they even look different. And then this over the top. something like so. Doesn't look very straight, does it? Kind of moves around. Right, and then we put that on the plane, and this goes across here, with them facing at this point whichever way I can get them in, I think. Oh, let's see, probably that way. What do you think? This way? Yeah, I think it's this way. Again, nothing really to hold on to. Patience. It's definitely waning on this. You hear me say that more and more, I think, on some of these. Let's get it in the plane. And then I'm going to get glue, and we're going to stick those bits in. We've got one. You see us, the pin came out. Okay, so I couldn't have done that with this on. Which way did we decide they were going to go? So it goes up like that. Looks like the slopey side goes forward. So like so. It's not going to be that way, it's going to be this, because it doesn't fit the other way. And therefore this is on roll, and it will be moved over, and then we get the propeller fixed again, and this will go on here. This did finally clip in. Alright guys, leave it with me for a minute before I lose my patience with it. Alright, I finally got those on and glued on in places. Got this cut, and this is what we have, and we are done with this build. So it looks actually pretty cool, doesn't it? Kind of got it looking really nice there. Oh, and the camera moved. There we go. There you go. Alright, so as much as a pain in the butt it was, we are done. I don't think, other than, I mean, I can see like the break on the tail down here. I can see where that is, but I think overall we are looking pretty good. I like the little stand, it is quite supportive. These I finally got sorted. This I've got on, and the propellers still work. Whoops! let me throw it as that piece falls off again. All right, anyway, we are done. I will sort that in a minute. Next, I think we are going to do Strolling Through London, which is another wood build. I seem to have a lot of wood builds right now. This one is, I did see how many pieces it was. Can't remember where I saw it. I want to say it was 70 something. maybe 71, something like that. Anyway, this one I think will be our next one. I really can't see where the number was now. I did see it. I swear I did. Bloody imagining it. Oh no. No, that just says DIY. Wow, I don't know. They do others in the series there. That's quite a few others, but we'll go through this on the unboxing. I have no idea where I saw it. But I think it was 70 odd, something like that. It's got me really thinking now. It's also meant to be an 8+. Do I think the plane was an 8+? In reality, probably. I mean, I think, you know, a lot of it was because I struggled with it, really. And maybe, you know, a child has smaller hands, so it's a bit easier for them. And this I can see the brake on as well. But I will get some pen on that. Anyway, all right. Thank you very much for watching. Do take care of yourselves, and I will see you again tomorrow for another fun build. And I do have quite a few wooden ones, including another marble run. Ah, there you go, a different one. So look forward to seeing you. All right, you take care of yourselves. Please do remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you very soon.